Nixon, story about David Frost and Richard Nixon. They had a 12-part interview after Nixon had resigned from being president. This movie's getting rave reviews, okay, and the Spill guys, like 3 of them said that it's their favorite movie of the year. I like this movie, I really do, but I just don't see the fuss about it. It's not as good as Milk. It has nothing on Milk. Milk had characters that were much more interesting. The story was better. You know, this movie, it comes down to 5 minutes. Right? Where in Milk, it was an entire progression of these years, and I was entertained the entire time. This movie, you know, it had moments that were great, and you guys are going to leave comments saying, yeah, well, you didn't know history, it's called character development, yeah, this, that. Okay, first of all, screw you for saying I don't know history. Okay, I know history. I knew what was going on in this movie. Okay, it's because of my Valkyrie review. You guys say I'm all stupid. If the thing about Valkyrie is that was a bad movie. If your movie sucks, your movie sucks. This isn't a terrible movie, but I was able to follow it. It's the fact that I was bored through a lot of it. And you're gonna, in your next defense, well, it was a historical drama. It's supposed to be slow. This was supposed to be, looking at the trailers, a boxing match between the two, where these guys were going at it back and forth, where David Frost asked, he's like, Mr. Nixon, were you involved in Watergate? And all of a sudden Nixon's like, oh god, he's got me, oh my god. I'm like, okay, dude, you're the president of the United States, work your way around it. Okay, and people are gonna say that, well, that's probably how he was feeling, that was the interview process, that's just how it went, you wouldn't understand. I understand, okay, this is a movie, okay? I don't care how totally accurate it is. If it's a good movie, it is a good movie, okay? If it's an Oscar-worthy movie, it's an Oscar-worthy movie. This is a good movie, not an Oscar-worthy movie, and I really don't see the fuss about it. The acting is spectacular here. Every single actor does a great job. The direction is also very good. But problems I had with it, well, like I said, it's just boring. And it went by fast, but coming out of it, I'm like, what did I get out of that? What is the point of that? And a lot of people have said, well, it didn't try too hard to be an Oscar movie, and so that's why it's so great. It didn't try too hard to be an Oscar movie. I don't know if it tried at all. You know, I feel like that they were marketing this movie as an Oscar movie, and I think for what it is, it's really good. But it's nothing more than just a recreation. It's not a great movie. I just don't get it. They tried to make you feel sympathy for Nixon, but the dude's an idiot. He committed the greatest felony in the history of American politics, okay? And he wasn't punished for it. And yet, when Frost went up there to try to give him this trial, he was fairly sympathetic toward Nixon. It wasn't a boxing match, it was a slap and tickle fight. It's like they were going back and forth at it, and then Nixon would say, okay, Frost, you're punching me too hard, and then Frost would stop punching him. They weren't going back and forth, it wasn't as much as a boxing match as I thought it would be. And it probably sounds like I'm hating on this movie. I did like it. It's just, I don't feel like it's anything that's Oscar-worthy. I think that I would have rather, this is another movie, this is the first movie that I've seen. I haven't seen The Reader, but I would say that The Dark Knight deserved a nomination more so than this did. And please, keep the mean comments to a minimum. If you feel like you want to act like an idiot, okay, making fun of a 13-year-old kid on the internet, okay, be my guest, but just remember that you're probably a lowlife who lives with his mom and does absolutely nothing to attribute to society. So, you know what? I'm sorry that I didn't like this movie. I'm sorry that I have an opinion, okay? But the fact is, this movie just wasn't good enough. Alright? It could have been great, and it wasn't. The acting was great. Okay, that's all it had going for it. Alright? There was okay direction. The camera work in the beginning was horrible. It was like this. They would focus on a guy and then go. It was annoying. I've heard this movie being described as flawless. Okay? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. but I just didn't see how special this movie was. It's another historical drama set about a president. You know, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I give it a 6 out of 10. You know what? Change that. I'm going to give it a 5.5. No, okay. I'll go with a 6 out of 10. Okay, but this movie should have been so much better. I don't see why people think it's such a great movie. Please, I'm sorry I have an opinion, but this is just what I think. Bye.